Let me choose my pen. Yeah, ready. So today's chapter name is Karma Yoga. Okay. So two types of karma. The third chapter and fifth chapter both were related to karma. Okay. So today's chapter name is Karma Yoga. Okay. So what is the meaning of yoga? What are the different types of yoga we'll learn? And what is the meaning of karma? We'll learn about that. Okay. So Karma Yoga or action, yoga of action. This is the chapter number 3. So let's start with Guru Pranam Mantra. Om Agyanam Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manoabhishtam Stapam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Mahyam Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yudhavalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Shagrajatam Shagana Raghunathan Tam Devam Savaitam Savadutam Parijan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vitan Vitan Namam Krishna Krishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinam Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Acharine Krishna Navadi Achate Charine Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivashadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so the teachings is based on the teachings of His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. He is founder Acharya of ISKCON, and we pay our humble obeisances unto his feet so that his teachings we can apply in our life. Okay, so let's start the chapter. So in chapter number 1, let's summarize all the chapter which we have learned till now. In chapter number 1, we have read the mood. Mood is ultimate faith. We should have faith in Krishna, otherwise we won't be able to accept the teachings of Krishna. Okay. Then we have learned about the observing of the army by the 3 people, Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana, and Arjuna. What were their moods? What were the moods of the 3 people? We have learned about those things. Okay. Then we have learned about the 5 reasons of not fighting: compassion, loss of enjoyment, fear of sinful reaction, destruction of family tradition, and indecision. So these were the 5 reasons Arjuna gave for not fighting. Okay. Then in chapter number 2, we have read about the Guru, the realization, what is the meaning of Bhagwan, what is the importance of Guru. We have seen that Arjuna surrendered to Krishna. Okay, he became a Shishya to Krishna when he was in Dharma Sammuda stage. Okay, he was in bewilderment stage. He was not able to decide everything. So he surrendered. So that was the importance of Guru. Then 2 identities, our body and the soul. We have learned about the example of the lady and the bird. Okay, the cage and the bird. Then 2 dharma. So our dharma toward our body, toward our soul. Okay, so dharma towards our body and dharma towards our soul. Nitya dharma, Sanatana dharma, Swadharma. And then last at Atmaram. Atmaram means person who knows that what is the difference between the body and soul. He is situated in the soul level platform. What is the symptoms of those persons? So we have learned in the last chapter, last part of this chapter number 2 in the Atmaram section. Okay. Now this is the 3rd chapter. The 3rd chapter name is Tree. Okay, tree. T for Tyaga or action. So chapter will start with one question. Which is good, Tyaga or action? Okay. So let me ask you one question. Okay. Before starting, let me ask the question which Arjuna asked. Which is better? Which is better? Tyaga is better or action is better? So some people will say, we see that they are leaving their home, they are shifting to Himalaya. Okay, they are shifting. Let's leave the Gharbar and go to Himalaya, and let's focus on meditation there, and leave all the things. Okay, all the other things leave. So that is better. Is that better? That is Tyaga or action. Okay, that working in our day-to-day world, that is better. Which is better? Spiritually, for our spiritual advance, which is better? Action is better or Tyaga is better? Yes, answer. Everyone should answer. For spiritual advancement, which is better? Tyaga is better or action is better? Anyone? Action, 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 both as per context. Action, okay. Action, action, action. Tyaga. One answer, first answer we got from the Gita Mataji, that is Tyaga, okay. Depend on the situation. So someone saying depending upon the situation. Okay, Priya Mataji saying depending on the situation. Shashikala Mataji saying Tyaga is better. Prema Mataji saying action is better. Okay. So let's see while going to the chapter. So this is the same question. So many people are confused. Which is better? Tyaga is better or action is better? Krishna will give this answer. Okay. So see when Krishna gives answer. Okay. So maybe Tyaga is better. When people are saying action is better for spiritual understanding. So let's see what is better. Okay. What Krishna says is better. Then second portion will be ranks on the yoga ladder. Okay. So see what is yoga ladder. What are the things in the yoga ladder? And then excellent example of self-realized soul. Okay, so what is the meaning of self? What is the examples of self-realized soul? You see, and then the enemy of the soul. Okay. There is one enemy of the soul. Okay, one answer. Both are together. So many people confuse. Tyaga is better or action is better, or both are better. Okay? This is the question, which is Arjuna was also confused. So he put the same question to Krishna. And Krishna is now answering. Okay, so first section we are seeing, that is Tyaga or action from Shloka number 1 to 9. So let's see, this is Tyaga, action, which one is better from Shloka 1 to 9. So Arjuna's confusion, he is saying Ekam Vada, please tell me which is better. Renunciation is better or action is better? Renunciation is leaving all the things and going to Himalaya. Is that better? Or action, doing your work is better? Which is better? So you can see the yoga sitting at Himalaya and meditating. And other side, you can see Hanumanji is working for Sri Ram. Okay. So which is better? Arjuna is asking. Now, Krishna is answering. Okay. What he is saying, let's understand. Karmendriyani samyamya aste manasa smarana indriya arthana vibhudhatma mithyachara sauchyate. Okay. So karmendriyani samyamya, he has who has controlled the senses, karmendriyani, the senses, okay, senses of action, control the aste manasa smarana, but his mana is still attached to the smaran of indriya, means the senses of object of the senses. Okay, so his mana is still attached to the object of the senses, but he is trying to control the senses artificially. And his mana is attached, his mind is attached, but he's artificially trying to control the sense. He's trying to show off that his senses are controlled, but his mind is still attached to the object of the sense. So, Vimud Atma means the fool.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji, disturbance in voice, Mataji. It is breaking in between.
Disturbance is coming?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Okay. Oh, this voice not clear. Some words are getting lost. There is some disturbance in your life. Some words are getting lost. Okay. Okay. So let's try to understand the meaning of the sloka. Karmendriyani samyamya. Karmendriya means the senses. Okay, the senses of action. Samyamya is controlling. So the person who has controlled the senses of action, the person who has controlled the senses, but aste manasa smarana, but his mana, his mind is still doing remembering. His mind is still remembering. Smarana is remembering. Indriyana artha. His mana is still attached to the object of the senses. So the mind is attached to the object of the senses, but he's trying to artificially control. He's trying to show off that his senses are so controlled, but his mind is still attached to the object of the senses. That Vimudhatma, that fool, okay, it's called Mithyachara. Mithyachara Sauchyate. That Vimudhatma is called Mithyachari. Mithyachari means pretender. He's trying to pretend. So let's read the translation. One who restrains the senses of action, but whose mind dwells on the sense objects, certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender. Okay. So this person you can see as an example. This person is holding a phone, cigarette, okay, and see the cloth, okay, saffron cloth, okay. He's trying to show the world that he is a monk, okay, but his senses, his mind is still attached to the senses, okay. He's trying to show that him artificially have controlled the senses, but his mind is still attached to the object of the senses. So this person is certainly a mithyachari. So mind is still attached to the senses, sense objects, but senses is trying to control. So that is called mithyachari. Okay. No one should remain unoccupied in any way. Okay. So let's understand one example of Bharat Maharaj. Then let me tell you one story of Bharat Maharaj. Then we can understand this example. Okay. So Bharat Maharaj was king of this Bharat, okay, whole Hindustan, whole India, you can say whole India, whole at that time world. He was king of all the whole of the world, okay. But in the early age only, he realized that his life should be self-realized. He should take shelter of the Lord. He should then he left all his Rajpat. Then he left his kingdom and he moved away to the jungle, to one silent place, and he started doing the sadhana. Okay, so he was doing the sadhana in the secluded place. But one day, what happened? That he saw a deer, a mother deer is there, a pregnant deer is there who is running. Okay, and a tiger is there behind her. Okay, so there was one river. So the river tried, the deer tried to cross the river by jumping. Okay. And while jumping, she gave birth to the baby deer. And when he reached the other end, the deer died. Okay. While jumping process, she gave birth to the baby deer and she died. Okay. So the tiger saw this and he left now. Okay. He left. So, okay. So now mother is dead and baby deer is there. So Bharat Maharaj was there. So he was seeing that incident. So he saw that there was no one to take care of the baby deer. Baby deer is so alone. So what he did, he took the baby deer with him. So you can see, he took the baby deer with him and he started nurturing the baby deer. He started living with the baby deer. Okay. So he left all his Rajpat, he left all his kingdom just to remain in a secluded place, just to remain detached from all those things. And now he has one baby deer with whom he is very much attached. And he is taking care of the baby deer. So every time he is thinking, baby deer has eaten or not, baby deer is sleeping well or not, am I taking care of the baby deer very nicely or not, is there any problem to the baby deer? That's what he was thinking every day, every time. And slowly the baby deer is growing. Okay. But at the time of death, when the time of death has come for the Bharat Maharaj, still he was thinking about the baby deer only. Baby deer was sitting, no, not the baby deer. Now deer was sitting in front of the Bharat Maharaj and Bharat Maharaj was dying. So deer was licking his face and he was thinking about the baby deer only. Okay. So at the time of death, he was thinking about so much attached to the baby deer, so that in next life, he become a deer. Okay. So he became a deer because he was so much attached to the deer. Okay. So that is what he was such a self-realized person and he became attached to the deer. Okay. So you can see the story tells us something. What is the story tells us? No one should remain unoccupied in any way. Okay. So we should not remain unoccupied. So when we are leaving Himalaya, we are not doing anything. That means we are unoccupied. Okay. And when we are unoccupied, then many types of different types of thought can come in our mind, because mind is always active. You cannot control the mind. You cannot shut down the mind. Mind is always active. Okay. So if you are trying to control the mind artificially, it is very difficult. Okay. So it is very difficult to control the mind, and it is very difficult to keep the mind unoccupied. So we should not remain unoccupied in any way. So when a person is leaving home, is going to Himalaya, is not doing any work, just trying to remember Krishna, he's just trying to remember, meditate on Krishna, he is unoccupied. Okay. And in that way, mind can divert that person. Okay. Because mind is very powerful. Association is very important. We should associate with the lively people. This is a subtle thing which is very, 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 very important, that can change your life. Okay. So you think that whatever you are today, that is due to the association. Okay. Whatever thing you are today, whatever thought process you have, whatever thinking you have, whatever person you have become today, that is only because of association with whom you are associating. The type of people you are associating, you are becoming like that. Okay. Just one thing, that is association, is very important, and I cannot impress it more. Okay. But it is very important thing, that association with the likely minded people is very important. So when we are associating with the people who are trying to dedicate their life, who are self-realized person, who have realized their purpose of the life, who has realized that they are not this body, their soul, we become like that gradually. Okay. So that is the thing. Association is very important. Okay. We get bodies as per our karma. So whatever karma we do, to fulfill the desire, whatever desire we have, whatever karma we have done whole life, that only desire will be there in our mind. Okay. And that desire there in our mind, desire according to that karma, will get the body in the next life. So this concept we'll discuss more in the chapter number 8, how we get our body in the next life. Okay. So in the 8th chapter, we'll discuss more elaboratively. Okay. How to get our body as per our karma. Next, to family makes one forgetfulness of death. Too much attached. If you are too much attached to the family, too much attached, then we won't be remembering that what is our real purpose, what is our real goal. Just like Bharat Maharaj was there. He was too much attached to the baby deer. Next life, he became baby deer. He forgot that self-realization is his goal. Okay. Why he left his kingdom? He forgot all the things and he became too much attached. So too much attachment to the family life is also very dangerous, and it's like forgetfulness of the death. Okay. So that is called, that was the story. Okay. That was the story of for the pretender. Okay. For the person who is trying to renunciate. Okay. Next. Yastav indriyani manasa niyamarbhate arjuna karmendriya karma yogam ashaktasha vishishyate. Vishishyate means greater. Who is greater? Which is greater? Now Krishna is telling which one of those two, renunciation or action, is greater. Okay. On the other hand, if a sincere person tries to control the active senses by mind, okay, so he's trying to control the senses by mind and begins karma yoga. Okay. Begins karma yoga, that is action in Krishna consciousness without attachment, he is by far superior. Okay. So now Krishna is giving the answer between the renunciation and action, which is better, which is far superior. Krishna is saying, if his mind his mind is controlling the senses and he is doing the karma yoga, okay, without attachment, he is giving the fruits to Krishna. Without attachment, he is doing his work, and that is far superior than renunciation. So already you have got the answer. Action is better or renunciation is better. Krishna is telling action is better. But which type of action is better? What type of action is better? Also, Krishna is describing that also. Krishna is saying karma yoga, action in Krishna consciousness without attachment. Okay. So now the next slope, Krishna will Krishna is saying nicely how the work should be done. So answer you got, that action is better than the renunciation. Okay. So that was the answer. Krishna says action is far superior than renunciation. Now, how that action should be done, that is also Krishna is saying. So let's read this sloka and understand how that work should be done. Yagnarthartha karmano anyatra loko ayam karma bandhanaha tad artham karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. So he's saying Yagnartha karmano anyatra Loko ayam karma bandhana. If the work is not done as an yagnartha, so the work should be done as yagya. Okay, work should be done. So Krishna is saying work is far superior, but how the work should be done? Work should be done as an yagna. Anyatra. Otherwise, what will happen? Loko ayam karma bandhanan. Otherwise, work will call bondage to this world. Loko ayam karma bandhana. Okay. So if you are doing the work, work should be done as sacrifice to Vishnu. Work should be done as a yajna. Otherwise, work cause bondage to this material world. So Krishna is saying work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed. Every person should perform the work for his body, because we have body also, soul also. So for body also we have to do work. But work, how should we, how the work should be done? Work should be done as a sacrifice for Vishnu. We should sacrifice the work, whatever work we are doing. How to sacrifice the work? Giving the result to Krishna. Okay. So whatever work we are doing, if we are giving the result to Krishna, if we are not attached to the result, okay, if we are doing our work as a duty, are not attached to the result, we are giving the result to Krishna, then that work is far superior than the renunciation. This is what Krishna is saying. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Otherwise, if you are doing work for yourself, then work will cause bondage, okay, to this material world. Therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duty with his satisfaction. Okay, perform your prescribed duty. What is prescribed duty? Whatever duty we are doing for our body, which is not against the Shastra. Okay, which is not against the Shastra. Okay, what is the duty according to our guna? What is the duty according to our karma? Which is not against the Shastra, that is called our prescribed duty. If you are doing that duty for his satisfaction, for satisfaction of Vishnu, for the satisfaction of Krishna. Okay. He's saying, therefore, O son of Kunti, perform your prescribed duty for his satisfaction, and in this way, you will always remain free from bondage. When we are doing work, we should do it for Krishna. Otherwise, work will cause bondage. Okay, work will cause bondage. Okay. So Krishna first tells that renunciation, the karma is better than the renunciation. Now Krishna is telling how the karma should be done as a yagya to Vishnu, as a sacrifice to Vishnu. Okay, otherwise work will cause bondage. With this understanding, Arjuna started thinking. Arjuna started pondering. What about those people who cannot perform karma yoga? How they will go back to Godhead? So if karma yoga they cannot do, what other option they have? Okay. So with this, we land into second part, that is rungs on the yoga ladder. So what are the different types of yoga? We'll see in this. And other than karma yoga, what are the different types of yoga? That is what we'll see. So first part we have seen tyaga or renunciation. Action is better. How the action should be performed, we have seen. Now rungs on yoga ladder. Second part. So what is yoga? What is the meaning of yoga? Meaning of yoga is plus. Okay, to attach. If you are attaching ourselves, if we are attaching the soul to the supreme soul, if we are attaching ourselves to Krishna, that is called yoga. Okay, so yoga is to connect our soul to the supreme personality of God. Connecting the soul to the super soul is called yoga. Okay, that is the plus. Okay. Many people have this concept that yoga is an exercise to shape our body, but this clearly tells that yoga is not meant as an exercise to shape our body. Okay. Ashtanga yoga will see that there are 8 limbs of yoga. I'll describe the Ashtanga yoga in chapter number 6, and we'll see that this exercise is just a part, just one part of the 8 limbs. Okay, not that thing cannot be called as yoga. Second, meditate and gain powers. It is not like if you are meditating and gaining power and telling it as yoga. Unless and until we're attaching to the supreme, that is not called as yoga. Increase our lifespan. Yoga is not meant to increase our lifespan. Okay, so that is the thing. 4 types of yoga are there: karma yoga, jnana yoga, dhyana yoga, and bhakti yoga. Okay, so if a person is not able to do karma yoga, he can do jnana yoga, dhyana yoga, or bhakti yoga. Okay, so let's see. Karma yoga. In karma yoga, we are doing work, we are doing action. Okay, but results we are giving to Krishna, and we are dedicating our senses. We are attaching our senses to Krishna. Okay, so that is the thing. We are dedicating, we are utilizing our senses, and we are doing work, we are doing action for Krishna, and we are giving the result to Krishna. That is called karma yoga. So we are attaching ourselves to Krishna through karma. Okay, so that is called Karma Yoga. Next is the Jnana Yoga. Okay, so what is the meaning of Jnana Yoga? So many people are there who try to study the Vedic literature, who are studying the literature, Vedas, Puranas, Upanishads, they are reading. Okay, and they are attaining the knowledge about the Lord. Okay, who is Lord, where does he reside, how does he look? Okay, those knowledge he attains towards the knowledge of Krishna. Okay, and he is dedicating his mind in Krishna's service. Okay, so he's thinking about Krishna, he's speculating about Krishna. So that is called Jnana Yoga. Okay, so he's acquiring the knowledge, and in this way he's trying to know about Krishna. So that is called Jnana Yoga. First is Karma Yoga, second is Jnana Yoga. Third is called Dhyana Yoga. Dhyana Yoga is a person is sitting, he is meditating. Okay, so his intelligence he is utilizing for the service of Krishna. So he's meditating, he's utilizing his intelligence and meditating on Krishna. Okay, so intelligence is utilized here, and he's meditating on Krishna. Okay, the Paramatma form. I've already described you. This person is engaged in the Paramatma form dhyana. Okay, so he's thinking about Paramatma who is reciting his heart. Okay, so he's meditating and utilizing intelligence. So that is called Dhyana Yoga. Okay, and the last is called Bhakti Yoga. Okay, so a person who is acquiring the knowledge, after acquiring the knowledge, will come back to Bhakti. He will start doing Bhakti because he knew that Krishna is the supreme, and what I should do is do Bhakti for the Krishna. So he knew that Bhakti is the best. Bhakti, at last, that Krishna is the supreme. Krishna is the he started doing service. He started doing the service to Krishna. Okay, Krishna. So that is called Bhakti. Okay. So a Dhyana Yogi, when he started doing the dhyana, he started meditating on the dhyana. So gradually he will come to know that Krishna is the supreme. Krishna is the Lord, supreme Lord. So we should meditate on Krishna. So at last he also become Bhakti Yogi. Okay. So after meditating, he knew that what is the real situation. He start doing the Bhakti Yoga. Okay. So, and Karma Yogi, okay, he's utilizing the work and senses, and gradually he will be elevating himself so that he comes to know that Krishna is the supreme, Krishna is the Lord. Ultimately, all three will come to the Bhakti Yoga, and they will start doing devotional service to Krishna. So Bhakti Yoga is the ultimate path from which all those three yogas will be covering, and that will be going to Krishna. Okay, so that is the thing. So supermost thing, the uppermost thing is Bhakti. Okay, below is the Ashtanga Yoga. Below is the Jnana Yoga, below is the Niskam Karma Yoga, and then Sakam Karma Yoga, and last is the Karma Kanda. Karma Kanda is there is no God, that is not yoga only. Okay, so lowest is the Karma Kanda. Okay, and then Sakam Karma Yoga and Niskam Karma Yoga. Sakam Karma Yoga, we are still attached to the fruits of work. Okay, Niskam Karma Yoga, we are giving the work, we are giving the fruits to Krishna. Okay, so that is the meaning. Okay, so uppermost is the Bhakti Yoga. The ultimate one is the Bhakti Yoga. Everyone will come back to Bhakti and start doing the devotional service to Krishna. Everyone. Okay. Ashtanga Yogi will come back to Bhakti. Jnana Yogi will come to Bhakti. Niskam Yogi will come back to Bhakti. Sakam Yogi will come to Bhakti. And ultimately they will start doing the devotional service to Krishna. So Bhakti is the ultimate path. Okay. So there are two words are there. One elevator, one is ladder. Okay. So when we are going through this other processes like Ashtanga Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Niskam Karma Yoga, the Karma Yoga, then this is like a ladder. We are step by step, we are increasing toward the Bhakti. And then after Bhakti, Bhakti is the uppermost part. And after Bhakti, we will start doing devotional service. But which is the elevator? Elevator is called the Bhakti. Okay, ultimately we'll come to Bhakti. So why not start Bhakti itself? Okay, so how Bhakti can be started unless and until we know about Krishna? So the process is to understand about Krishna, Leela, understand about the Krishna supremacy from a devotee, from a bona fide guru, and then we can dedicate ourselves to Krishna. Okay, the person who has self-realized, the person who has realized that Krishna is the supreme, the person who has dedicated his life for the service of Krishna, if we are taking the shelter of that person and we are understanding what is Lord and how to dedicate ourselves to Lord, how to do the bhakti, then that process becomes very, very easy. Okay, So that is called Bhakti Yoga. This is the best yoga, the uppermost yoga, and that is called elevator. Okay. Now the cycle of sacrifices. Annad bhavanti bhutani parjanyad anya sambhava yagnad bhavati parjanyo yagna karma samud bhavaha. All living bodies subsist on food grains which are produced from rains. Rains are produced from the performance of yagna, and yagna is born of prescribed duty. So when we are doing our prescribed duty and giving the result to Krishna, that is called yagna. Okay, and when performance of yagna is there, then it will produce rain. Then the demigods, which are then the devatas, which are responsible for the rains, that will be happy. They will give rains. Okay, from the rains, food grains will be produced, and the food grains will give back to Krishna, and this way the cycle will be continued. Okay, so this is the cycle which is described. When we are doing a prescribed duty and we are giving the result to Krishna for the service of Krishna, that is called sacrifice. Okay, sacrifice. We are doing duty as a sacrifice, and we are doing the sacrifice. The devatas are happy. The God is happy. Okay.
Prabhuji, we can't hear you. Devotees, please wait. Prabhuji has got disconnected. He will join soon. Please wait, devotees.
Just 1 second. Just 1 minute. Okay. Unable to hear. Okay. Now we are able to hear.
Yes, Prabhuji.
It's just a call from the hospital over there. Okay. So this we have understood that grains from the rains, grains are produced. Okay. So when we are doing our duty as a sacrifice, then from the sacrifices, the Lord is happy. The Devata who are in charge of rain, they will be happy and they will produce the rain. And from the rain, grains will be produced. And from the grains, we'll make okay, and will again give it to Krishna, okay, for the we'll serve it to Krishna and we'll take back it as prasadam, okay. So Krishna is also happy, and the Krishna is the words of Krishna is the Vedas, okay. Vedas is word of Krishna, and Veda describes what is our duty, what is not our duty, what is against our duty, what is against the dharma, what is not against the dharma. That Veda describe. So Veda describe what is our duty, what is not our duty, okay. So that is the thing. From duty sacrifices, we perform our duty, and as a sacrifices, from sacrifices rain is there, from the rain grain is produced, from the grain living entity give to Lord, and the Lord one is Vedas only, and from Veda we know what is our duty. So this is called cycle of sacrifices, okay. So what are the different types of sacrifices? What are the different types of yagna, okay. So in the Satya Yuga, meditation on Lord Vishnu was the yajna, okay. Meditation on the Lord of Vishnu form was the yajna. So the lifespan of at that time was around 1 lakh, okay. People used to live in Satya Yuga around 1 lakh years. So they used to meditate for thousands and thousands of years, okay. So meditation was at that time that was called Yug Dharma, okay. People were so pure at that time that they used to meditate for thousands and thousands of years without deviating. But this is not possible in Kali Yuga, okay. We cannot control our mind for 5 minutes also. After 5 minutes, our mind get deviated, okay. We were thinking something, we are sitting for 5 minutes chanting, and our mind get deviated, okay. So that is not possible. The meditation for thousands of years is not possible in this Yuga, that is Kali Yuga, okay. So Satya Yuga, meditation on Lord Vishnu form was the sacrifice, was the yajna. But in the Treta Yuga performing the sacrifices, you can see fire sacrifices, big fire sacrifices are there. Fire sacrifices that was recommended, that was the Yug Dharma for that time, okay. So for that, many qualified Brahmanas were there who used to recite the mantra, who used to, so powerful they were that they can invoke from the mantra different kinds of things, okay. So powerful, the things should be pure, pure at that time. But that is not also possible in this time, because we don't have qualified Brahmana, okay. Qualified Brahmana is not there, purified things are not there, okay. So this fire sacrifices also is not recommended method of yajna in this or the yajna in this Kali Yuga, okay. Now comes the third Yuga, that is called Dwapar Yuga, okay. Elaborated temple worship. People used to elaborate temple worship, okay. Very meticulously they used to worship the deities, okay. They used to worship the deities very meticulously. So, and they used to have many different types of rule regulations, different types of rule regulation, and they used to do that, and they used to achieve the supreme from that, okay. So that was the third method of yajna at the time of Dwapar Yuga, okay, elaborate. But that is also not possible in this age, because different rules and regulations, very difficult rules and regulations are there, which we cannot follow at this time, okay. That is also not recommended. So 3 types of yuga, 3 types of sacrifices or yajna is there. So 3 types of yug dharma were there at that time: Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga. Can you tell me what is the yug dharma? What is the yajna for the Kali Yuga? Can you tell me in the chat box? What is the recommended method to achieve supreme in the Kali Yuga? Chanting the holy name, okay. So our mind is so polluted, okay. We cannot do any of these things, okay. So very simple process is there, that is called chanting, just taking the name of Krishna and hearing the name of Krishna, and then in that way we are attaching our mind to the name of Krishna, okay. So very easy process, very easy method, and very practical method in the Kali Yuga, okay. So that is the thing. In the Kali Yuga, one thing is good, that we can chant and go back to Lord, okay. We can chant and we can go back to our Godhead, okay. So that is the very easy process in the Kali Yuga. So that is the last thing, that is Kali Yuga Dharma. What is the Kali Yuga Dharma? chanting on the holy name. Okay, chanting on the holy name is the Yug Dharma for the Kali Yuga. Yagna Sankirtana Prayer. Okay, so this is taken from the Srimad Bhagavatam 11.5 from 32. Okay, so it is said that in the Yagna, Sankirtan Yagna is the best. Okay, Sankirtan Yagna of all the Yagna in the Kali Yuga, Sankirtan Yagna is best. Okay, so it is there that you can take the name of Hari. Okay, so in this mantra you can see this is called Maha Mantra. Okay, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So Hare means Radharani. You can see when I was chanting from the starting, in the starting of the class, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. There, the meaning is there. Okay, so all words. This is only names. Hare is the energy. Hare means energy, and Krishna is the Krishna. Okay, so Hare Krishna means energy of Krishna. Who is the energy of Krishna? Energy of Krishna is Radharani. Okay, so Hare Krishna means Radharani and Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Rama is Krishna only. Okay, Rama, Krishna, Vishnu, same. Okay, so Hare Rama. So energy of Rama or energy of Krishna, you can tell. So everything is name here. Okay, in this sloka, everything, or in the Maha Mantra, everything is name. So we are taking the name of Krishna, and this is called Maha Mantra. This was given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is called as Krishna's most merciful incarnation in the Kali Yuga. Okay, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given this mantra himself, and so that before chanting the Maha Mantra, we take the name of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates. So we say Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda. So Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, and Prabhu Nityananda was his first associate. Then Sri Advaita Gadadhara. So Advait was the Sri Advait was the second associate. Gadadhara was the third associate, and Shivas Thakur. Okay, Shivas Adi Gaur Bhaktavinda. So we take Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's name, then we take 4 associates' name, that is Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, and Gadadhara Pandit, and then Shivas Thakur. Okay, so these 4 names and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's name we take before chanting the name of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and then we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this is the process. Okay. In Bhagavad-Gita 10.25, it is written, Yajnanam Japa Yajno Asmi. So of sacrifices, I am the chanting of the holy name. Okay. Therefore, without being attached to the fruits of activity, one should act as a matter of duty. For by working without attachment, one attains the supreme. Okay. So one attains the supreme by doing our activity without attached to the fruits of activity as a matter of duty. Okay, as a matter of duty. Okay, so that is called that is the perfect work. Okay, karma yoga. We can attach ourselves to Krishna by doing the karma, and we are giving the results to Krishna, and in this way we can attain the supreme. Okay, act to set an example for others. Okay, so how that thing is there, that is thing is described in the next part. So 2 parts we have read: Tyaga or action. Action is better. Ranks on yoga ladder. So different types of yoga. What is the yoga? What is the yoga in the Kali Yuga? We have read. Then 3rd section, that is excellent example of self-realization. So let's try to understand from sloka number 17 to 35. 21. Okay. Yad yad achrati shreshta tad tad eva taro janah ye sayat parmanam kurute lokas tad anuvartate. So it is said that yad yad achrati shreshta. Okay, the shreshta or the great person, achrati, they do work, how they do, whatever action they do, whatever acharan the shreshta person do, tad tad eva taro jana. Okay, the jana or the common people, they will follow. Okay, so it is said, whatever action a great man performs, common men follow, and whatever standard he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. Okay, so it is said, a great man is there, whatever action he is doing. Okay, it is not like that whatever a great man says, common man follow. It is not like that. Whatever a great man says, common man will follow only if the great man is himself is following that thing. Himself, he is having action. Okay. So whatever action a great man performs, it is not like that whatever word a great man says. It is said that whatever action a great man performs, common man follow. So let me give you an example. If a leader is there, okay, if a leader is there, he is saying, do not smoke, do not smoke, do not smoke. And in the backyard, he is going and smoking. Okay. Will that change the people who he is leading those people? Can it change? Will that the followers will smoke or not? Can you tell me what the followers will do? They will smoke or not? If he is saying that you should not smoke and backyard he is going and smoking, what the followers will do? What do you think? If the followers are logical, they will not smoke. If the followers are logical, but the leaders, if they're the followers are logical, they will not smoke. They will smoke, okay? Because leader, it is said here, whatever a great man action performs. So many people are there. Yes, they will smoke. Many people are there who are following a great leader. Okay. So they won't follow the great leader, whatever the great leader is saying. They will follow whatever the great leader performs. Okay. So when you read the purpose of this sloka, Prabhupada writes that a father is also a leader. Okay. A leader is also a leader, or a teacher is also a leader. So a teacher, a father, a leader, all are the great man who can have great impact on the society. Okay. So a father is there. He's saying his son that you should not use the mobile. Okay. Himself he is using 10 hours per day. Okay. What will happen? Will the son listen to him? Will the son listen to him? Yes or no? Will his son listen to him? Child will follow suit, not listen. Okay. No, he won't follow because he's seeing his leader is also doing the same thing. Okay. And he's saying not do the other thing, like that he's saying. Okay. So that is not like that. Okay. Child to be, you should first follow that thing. Okay. If you want your child to become a very good spiritualist, first you should become a good spiritualist. Okay. If you want your child to chant, first you should chant, then only your child will chant. You can teach your child by your example. You can teach your child by giving your example. That is called exemplary action. Okay. Whatever your example you are giving by your work, okay, you are setting an example for that person. Okay. So a teacher is also there in the society. So if a teacher is there who is himself is smoking and he is saying the students not to smoke, the students won't follow. Okay. They will see that teacher is smoking, I should also smoke. Okay. So whatever thing you want your child to be, okay, if you want your child to chant regularly, take the name of Harinam, you should also chant, then you can teach your child. If you want your child to read Bhagavad-Gita, first you should read Bhagavad-Gita, then only they will read. Okay. So that is the thing. You should set an example for your child, then your child will follow that example. Okay. That is the thing. Unless and until you follow, your child won't follow. So that there comes the word, meaning of word Acharya. Okay. Acharya will teach by the Achar, not by speaking. Okay. So a teacher can be Acharya, a father can be Acharya. Okay. Because the people are following. A elder brother is there. Younger brother is following the elder brother. So elder brother is also like a Acharya. He is teaching the younger brother by his Achar. Okay. So if he is following the wrong thing, he is doing the wrong thing, the younger brother will automatically do the wrong thing. If a father is doing the wrong thing, the son, the daughter will be doing the wrong thing. Okay. That is the thing. That is the thing we need to have in our mind. So every one of us is a leader. Every one of us is a leader. Okay, everyone, even we are a teacher, even we are not a teacher, even we are not a parent, someone is following us. Okay, someone is seeing us, someone is taking us as an example. So we should be very, very careful to set an example for them. Okay, we should not set any bad example for them because they are following us. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay. Very important sloka, very nice example. So Krishna tells that act to set an example for Krishna's pleasure to educate the general people. Okay, Krishna has the whole world. Okay, Krishna doesn't work for anything because everything belongs to him. even all the planetary system, everything, whatever thing is there, all things belong to Krishna. Krishna, if Krishna is working, he doesn't want anything in return because everything belongs to him only. But why then? Why Krishna is working? Krishna is working just to set an example for the general people. Krishna knows many people are following him, just to set an example for them. Krishna is working like that. Okay, act to set an example for Krishna's pleasure to educate the general people. Srila Prabhupada was a devotee from his childhood, so we are also taking an example. Okay, many people are there. You see, he in the childhood only we have read his pastime, that in the childhood only he used to have Rath Yatra. Okay, so from the childhood only he was a devotee, so that he can educate the general mass of people. Okay, that is the thing. प्रकृते क्रियमाणानि गुणः कर्माणि सर्वशः अहंकार विमूढ़ात्मा कर्ताहम् इति मन्यते. The spirit soul, bewildered by the influence of the false ego, thinks himself the doer of the activity that are in actuality carried out by the three modes of material nature. So the spirit soul thinks that he is doing all the activity. Whatever activity is done is done by him. He is thinking like that. But in actuality, it is done by the influence of the three modes of material nature. Okay, and in the influence of false ego, he thinks as a doer. Okay, so the spirit soul thinks him as a doer due to false ego, but in actuality, it is carried out by the three modes of material nature. Our work is just to sow the seed, just to sow the seed. The rain, the favorable environment in the soil, okay, the sunlight, the moonlight, it is given by the nature. The nature is giving all those things, and then the tree is growing, and we are saying that this fruit belongs to me. Okay, so that is the false ego. Due to false ego, the person thinks that he is only the doer. In actuality, he is the doer, and the super soul is also the doer, and the three modes of material nature are also the doer. So three things. Okay, so ignorant person thinks himself as the doer. मयि सर्वाणि कर्माणि संन्यासाध्यात्म चेतसा निराशीर् निर्ममो भूत्वा युद्धस्व विगते जरः. Therefore, O Arjuna, surrendering all your work unto me with full knowledge of me, without desire for profit, with no claim to proprietorship, and free from the lethargy, fight. Okay, so this is the real purpose of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna wants Arjuna to fight. So he's saying, surrendering all your works unto me, whatever you are doing, just surrender all your work to me with full knowledge of me. Okay, without desires for the profit, with no claims to proprietorship, and free from the lethargy, fight. And ultimately he's saying to act. Okay, this is the action. Act. But how to act? Give the result to Krishna without desire for the profit. Just do the work as a duty. Okay, that is what Krishna is saying. Last part. Okay, so three things we have read. The last part is enemy of the soul. What is the enemy of the soul? So now Krishna told Arjuna that you should fight. Okay, but now Arjuna is asking, there is some force that pushes one to abandon duty and act sinfully. So you have told me what is my duty, I should act like that. Okay. But there seems to be a force which is making us to act sinfully without our desire, even against one's own will. What is that force? Okay, so he's asking, there seems to be one force. Even I want to act as per my duty, I'm not able to act. What is that force? Is called Krishna. So Krishna is telling that the force which engages us to act against, even against our will, against our duty. Okay, what is that force? Krishna tells that force is lust. Okay, when we are too much attached to anything, too much attached to the worldly thing, and that intense desire is there to satisfy our senses, that thing is called lust. Okay, so if that thing is there, that is called the greatest enemy of the soul. Okay, he is forcing us to act even against which is our duty. Okay, Arjuna said, O descendant of Vrishni, by what one is impelled to do sinful act even unwillingly, as if engaged by a force. Even unwillingly, against our will, it is forcing us to act. That force is called lust. Okay. Now Krishna is describing that force in different categories. Just 1 second. Okay, so there are different covering of the lust. First covering is called fire covered by the smoke. Okay, so you can see there is fire, okay, and there is smoke is there in the above portion. So smoke is there and fire is there. Okay, so the smoke is covering the fire. Okay, but a small amount of air is there. Small amount of air, it can move away the smoke and fire will ignite. Okay, so small amount of force. Okay, so that is the first covering. Second covering is called mirror covered by the dust. Okay, so one mirror is there and it is covered by dust. So only the air cannot move the dust now. Okay, so we need little more force to remove that dust. So that is called second layer. So little more force is required for the dust to remove from the mirror. Then the third is called embryo covered by the womb. Okay, so one embryo is there which is covered by the womb. It is very difficult to remove the embryo thing from the womb. Okay, so very difficult, very thick covering is there. Okay, so that is the thickest covering we have. So Krishna gives 3 examples to explain the lust. Okay, fire covered by the smoke, very little small amount of air is there, and the smoke is is then the fire is uncovered by the smoke. Okay, then the second mirror covered by the dust, the little more force is required than the embryo covered by the womb. Okay, so the living entity, the human being is compared to the fire covered by the smoke. The mirror, this examples, the beasts are example for the mirror covered by the dust, and the trees are the example for the embryo covered by the womb. Okay, small amount of force is required for human being, and they can, a small association of devotees there, and they can become a great devotee. Okay, so in this way, lust is described the 3 levels. Okay, and this is the greatest enemy of the soul. Enemy of the soul, where the enemy resides. Okay, so Krishna described this. So this body, you can see here, this body is compared to a chariot. Okay, and this horses, 5 horses are there. They're compared to the indriya or the senses. Okay, the reins are there, the rassis are there, the reins are there. These are compared to the mind or the mana. Okay, who are controlling the horses. Okay, and the intelligence or the buddhi is compared to the chariot driver. Okay, who can control the mana, who can control the horses, and the atma is sitting, the consciousness is sitting on this chariot. Okay, so the level is like this. The lowest level is the matter, this body. Then comes the level of senses. Then comes the level of the mind. Then comes the level of intelligence. Then comes the level of the soul. Soul is the highest level. Mind is the lowest level. Senses is there. Mind is there. Intelligence is there. Okay. So let me ask you one question. A person whose mind is attached to the sense object, and he is trying to artificially control the senses, what is that person called? I will again repeat the question. A person who is trying to artificially control the senses, but his mind is still attached to the sense object, what is that person called? Can you tell me in the chat box, what is that person called? That person is called pretender. Yes, in the starting of the chapter only Krishna told that person is called pretender. Okay, so this is what described here. The working senses are superior to the dull matter. The mind is higher than the senses. Intelligence is still higher than the mind, and the soul is even higher than the intelligence. Okay, so this is the level of these things. The last, okay, the enemy of soul. Therefore, O Arjuna, the best of the Bharata, in the very beginning, curb this great symbol of the lust, great symbol of the sin, that is lust, by regulating the senses, by the proper utilization of the senses, and slay this destroyer of the knowledge and the self-realization. Okay, so Krishna is saying that the very beginning only, if you are controlling the senses, from the very beginning only, if you are controlling the senses, you can control this great symbol of sin, that is lust. So you can control the lust by regulating the senses from the very beginning, from the childhood only, from the very early age only. If you're trying to control the senses, then you can control this symbol of lust. Okay, how we can regulate our senses? That is given by the ABCD formula. This ABCD formula can defeat the lust. ABCD formula can take us towards Krishna. This ABCD formula is the basic formula for the Krishna consciousness, which we can start doing, and you will find yourself in the path of Krishna consciousness. Okay, so what is the basic formula? A is for association, very important. I already told you, association is very important. Association with the devotee is very important, and if you want to progress in the path of the devotion. B is for book reading, Shastra reading, Bhagavad-Gita reading, Bhagavatam reading. Okay, if you're reading the Shastra, if you're reading the Bhagavad-Gita, Bhagavatam, automatically you are in association of Krishna. Okay. C for chanting, Yug Dharma. Okay, chanting is Yug Dharma. The basic thing which is there, which can take you to Krishna, that is the chanting. Okay. And then the D will the diet. So I will describe the diet when we are in chapter number 17. Okay, chapter number 17 describe the diet very nicely, and when we move to chapter number 17, I will describe the diet part. Okay, so that is the thing. So ABCD. A for association, very important. B for book reading, Shastra reading, Bhagavad-Gita reading. We are already reading. You are already reading with me. Then the C is for chanting. Many of you have started. If you have not started, all of you can start. I already emphasized from the chapter number 2, the chanting is very important for the soul. We need to do chanting. Then the third part, third chapter also, chanting is the Yug Dharma. I already told you. So chanting is very important process. Many of you are already doing, and those who are not doing, they can start doing the chanting. Okay. D is for diet. Okay. Chapter number 17, I will describe what is the diet process. Okay. Summary. So Arjuna's confusion, renunciation or action, Krishna tells action is superior. Okay. Then even if Arjuna is qualified for renunciation, it should still do Niskam Karma Yoga just to set the example. Okay. Then lust is the formidable enemy on the path of yoga. So one should conquer lust by the deliberate intelligence. So 4 things we have read. That is called tree. Okay. Tyaga or action. Then the R for runs on the yoga ladder. Then the third part was act to set an example, and the last part was enemy of the soul, that is lust. Okay, so these things are muting everyone. Chant with me. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Yes. Now, if you have any question, you can ask. Mataji, if any question is there, you can read out.
Yes, Prabhuji, I will read out.
Okay.
Okay, I am reading out, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, difference between Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and Radhe Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Sham, Sham Sham, Radhe Radhe.
It's the same thing. Okay, so if I'll give you one example so that you understand. Okay, you went to a doctor. Okay, doctor, I'm having fever. Doctor give you medicine. Okay, you took the medicine and you are cured. Now you again went to the doctor. Doctor, if I take that medicine instead of that, That medicine also have same thing. This medicine also have same thing. But this medicine has 250 milligram composition. That medicine has 500 milligram composition. Can I take this medicine as this, that medicine as that? Okay. So that is not our part. That is the part of the doctor. Okay. So can you understand the difference? Okay. We are not the doctor. We are the patient. Okay. So unless and until we are so advanced in the spiritual path, we cannot change the mantras. Okay. So that is the thing. And so whatever mantra is given, we should take the mantra as it is. That is the thing. Unless and until we are so realized in the spiritual path, we should not change the mantra. What is the meaning? Why will change what is the problem with the original mantra? There is no problem. We should follow that thing. Okay, so that is the thing. Unless and until we are so realized that we can change the mantra, we should not try to change the mantra. That is the same thing. Unless and until we are doctor, we should not change the drugs. Okay.
Next question is lust necessary sometimes? What about procreation?
Procreation also we can give to for Krishna's service. Okay, procreation is also there. Procreation is there, but that also we can utilize for the Krishna service if we are begetting the child for Krishna's service only. Okay, so that is the thing. Different concept. I will tell you later in the class. But lust, the begetting a child can also be converted for Krishna's service. Okay, that is the thing, that if our consciousness is as Krishna, then everything will become Krishna conscious. That I will describe in chapter number 4, that what is the meaning of transcendental. Okay, so what is the meaning of transcendental is when we bring Krishna in any of our action, that work become transcendental. Okay, so I'll describe in the fourth chapter, that what is the meaning of transcendental. So everything can be we can change to spiritual. Okay, even the procreation we can also change to Krishna for the Krishna service. Krishna tells that I am the procreation which is not against the shastra, which is not against the dharma. Okay, so Krishna tells I'm not the illicit sex. Illicit sex means just for enjoyment. If a person is doing sex, that is called illicit sex. So Krishna tells I am the sex life which is not against the shastra. Okay, so that is the thing. So even the procreation is also we can utilize for Krishna's service. That is not lust. Okay.
Next question, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, how to control our thoughts and stay focused towards our goal, and we should do our work with consistency.
Krishna, Arjuna tells, when Krishna says that mind. Okay, so about Ashtanga Yoga, Krishna tells different things in chapter number 3, that we should control the mind. Then Arjuna says mind is very difficult to control. Okay, so how can we control the mind, Krishna? So then Krishna says, with practice and detachment, we can control the mind. Okay, with practice and detachment, we can control the mind. That is what Krishna says in the answer. Okay, we'll read that in chapter number 6. But you have asked, that's why I told you. So we'll read that in that portion. How to control our thought and stay focused towards our goal, and we should do our work with consistency. So the thing is, when we degrade our thought process, then we cannot stay focused. Okay, and when we are attaching our thought process to something superior, then we can attach ourselves with focus to some work. Okay, so that is the thing. So we'll discuss more when the later chapters comes. Okay.
Next question.
One question was
Difference
in my
between
personal
Tyaga
chat.
and action. Please explain.
Tyaga is renunciation. Okay, so Tyaga and action, the difference is Tyaga is renunciation. We are leaving every work and going and taking sannyasa. That is renunciation, and or the Tyaga. But true Tyaga, Krishna will describe the true Tyaga in chapter number 5. True Tyaga, a true renunciation, is leaving not the work, is leaving the true Tyaga is leaving the fruits of work. Okay, so that is called true Tyaga, a true renunciation. Okay, so that is the thing. And work should be done in the devotion. Work in devotion is better than renunciation. That is what Krishna tells. That is the meaning. Renunciation means leaving everything, leaving all the work and going to Himalaya. But true renunciation, Krishna described in chapter number 5, is true renunciation is leaving the fruits of work. That is called true renunciation. Okay, so that is the meaning of renunciation and action. One personal question in my chat box is there, Mataji. I'll read out. I think it's important for all to read each chapter before your class, but many don't have the time. I therefore have audios in English, as this is an English course for the convenience of all the devotees. Bhagavad Gita as it is. So in the level 2, yes, I know that in level 1 we don't have much time, but in level 2, when we go to level 2, we'll have the time. Okay, once a week class will be there, and 1 week you have time to read. So level 2 will have elaborated discussion. Level 2 will have more time. So uh, you will get time in that period. Okay. For now, you can read, you can do the quizzes, and later thing we'll do in the level 2. Okay. Whatever I'm teaching, that is enough for you to do the quizzes, and after that you will get also the PDF of question answer Q&A FAQs in the group. Okay, so you can read that and you can attempt the quizzes. Okay, and the level 2 will
Next
read a
question.
chapter Bhagavad Gita very nicely.
Next question, Prabhuji. Is everything decided by Krishna? Then what is the use of karma? Then
It's
why
the
are
same
karma
question,
important?
Prabhu, same question. Okay, so I'll describe you this question, but again you are asking. That's why I'm telling you that Krishna tells that we have minute independence also. Okay, so just to give you an example. Okay, whatever thing you are today, whatever professional, whatever maybe you are. I'll just share one this. To describe this, I will share my screen and then describe it. Okay, so that you can understand it. Okay, so is my screen visible? If yes, then
Yes,
I will
Prabhuji.
describe what is the meaning of karma and what is our. So Krishna tells that we have minute independence also. Every time we have minute independence also. Okay, so let me describe one path and let's see what is happening. Okay, so there is one path. Okay, one person is there, and this person is there, and he has two paths now. He has to choose between two paths. So he choose this path. Okay, now again in this point there are two paths. He now has to choose two paths between the two paths. Now let's assume that he choose this path. Now in this path also there is, at this point of time, there is two paths. Okay, so every time there are different paths are there in life. You can see different paths are there. So if a person is standing at this point, okay, he is standing due to his previous karma, his previous decision, what he has taken earlier, and now also he's able to take decision which will determine his future. Okay, can you see? This his position is determined by his future karma, but his future thought process, what he has done in future. But again, in this point also, he has to make some decision. And if he is taking wrong decision, he will go to wrong point. If he is taking right decision, he will go to the right point. Okay. So every time, what we are doing is whatever things is happening in our life, it is due to our past karma. Okay, past karma is there. No one can neglect that. Past karma is there, but again we need to take decision, and that decision is called the minute independence, which Krishna gives us every time. So you have minute independence now, that you can choose to attend the Bhagavad Gita class, or you can see any movies. Okay, so you have minute independence. Then utilizing that independence, you can go towards Krishna or go toward away from the Krishna. Okay, so that is the thing. We have every time we have minute independence, which we can utilize to go towards Krishna or away from the Krishna. And whatever decisions we have taken in past is deciding what is the position of ours currently. Okay, so that is the thing. Whatever karma we have done in the past, that will influence us, but again we have some minute independence which will decide our future. Okay, so I hope that thing is clear. Okay, everything is karma. Okay, I know that everything is karma, but we need to decide what will happen in our future. Now whatever work you are doing now will decide your future. Okay, so that is the thing. That is the concept. I hope you have understood this concept, Prabhu. Yes, Mataji, any other question?
Yes. Next question, Prabhuji, I'm reading. 1 second. Yes. Where the soul resides in the body, if after heart translation, what will happen?
Soul resides in the heart. It is not like that soul is fixed in the heart. Okay, if heart is taken away, different heart is there, the soul will reside in the different heart. Okay, it is not like that the soul is fixed in the heart only. Okay, and in heart is moved, the soul is also moved. Not like that. Okay, soul's position is not like the fixed, that in this tissue only the heart of the heart the soul will be there. It's not like that. Okay, if heart is transplanted, so then the soul will be living in the different heart. Okay, so that is the thing. Yes, Mataji, any other question?
Yes. Next question. Prabhuji, can you explain the significance and meaning of the symbol drawn on the forehead and upper part of the nose by the ISKCON devotees?
That is called tilak. Okay, so when we put tilak, that the upper part of the forehead is called the legs. Okay, one side leg of the Krishna and one side leg is the Radha. Okay, so two legs are there. So that is called Krishna legs, and one is the lotus leg of Krishna, and the other is lotus leg of Radha. So lotus foot of Krishna and Radha is there. The two limbs are there, and the part in the nose is called the Tulsi. So Tulsi is there in the feet of Radha and Krishna, lotus feet of Radha, and Krishna has Tulsi. So that is the meaning of this tilak. Okay.
Next question. The spirited soul, bewildered by the influence of false ego, thinks himself of doer of activities that are actually carried out by the three modes of material nature. My question, what is the three modes of material nature?
Three modes of material nature, the Satoguna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna. We'll discuss these three modes in the chapter number 14. The chapter name itself is the three modes of material nature. Okay, so that will be covered in the chapter number 14. For now, I'm telling you there are three modes of material nature, that is Satoguna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna. Okay, we'll know how these three modes control our activity. Okay, we'll see there. Okay.
Next question. Can we say the mirror to be symbolic to material Maya, unveiling us to know our truth form, soul?
Oh, so this material world is compared just like a reflection. Okay, reflection. So Krishna will compare this material world just like a reflection of the spiritual world in chapter number 15. So your comparison is little bit okay only, Mataji. Okay, this material world is just like a mirror reflection. Okay.
Next question. Does our soul journey depend upon our karma?
Soul journey, this material body, whatever things we are doing, whatever things we are accumulating, whatever karma we are accumulating, whether the spiritual karma, material karma, it will be deciding which body the soul will be taking the next life. Just 1 second. Hello.
Shall I read the next question, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji. Then the soul journey depends on our karma. Okay, so the karma, whatever karma we are doing, that is determining our future. Okay, so whatever things we are doing, our next life, our this life, next life, all things are decided by karma. Whatever karma we are doing now will decide our future. So that is the meaning. Okay.
Next question is, can previous bad karma influence be reduced by doing good karma?
No, this is not the correct. Okay. So if you have done the bad karma, you will suffer the bad result. It is not like that good karma, bad karma is there, good karma, bad karma, minus, plus, like that. It is not like that. Otherwise, there won't be any work left. Okay. So this is not a bad karma you have done, you will get the bad result. Good karma you have done, you will get the good result. Okay. You have done the good karma, you will get a human body. Okay. You have done the bad karma, oh, you will have one leg cut off. Okay, like that you will get. Okay, if you have done good karma, okay, you will become a very aristocrat family person. You will get a birth in aristocrat family. Okay, you have done bad karma, severe bad karma. Okay, you won't have eye in that body, maybe like that. Okay, so different things, good karma, bad karma, both you will have to suffer. Okay, it is not like that it will cancel.
Next question, what is sanhita karma?
Sanhit karma, the karma, I think the sanhit karma I haven't heard earlier, but sanhit karma, I think it is the karma which is accumulated. Whatever karma we have done previously, that is accumulated. I think that is the thing. What is the difference between the karma, vikarma and akarma? 5th chapter, Prabhu. We'll discuss in 5th chapter. Akarma, vikarma, karma, vikarma and akarma. We'll discuss in 5th chapter. What is karma, vikarma and akarma? Okay.
Prabhuji, one devotee was asking about level 2. So I have messaged that it is after completing level 1.
After level 1 is completed, then you can move to level 2. Okay. Okay. So I think all the questions has been taken. Okay. So we'll meet tomorrow, Mataji. I'll just unmute everyone so that we can chant once. Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.